Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogi on Monster here, along with the lovely Stevie B.
Hello.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, Thursday night edition.
Talk about not being ready. 2 seconds before the show started, I went to do something and my elbow hit my shelf and I think it's still crooked.
Knocking shit down.
Knocked over my owl, probably broke it. Hello.
It's great to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Christy and Harold, what's up? Back a little bit. Sandra Piper, how are you? Great to see you. Of course, Sharon Guy, welcome.
Sharon.
Steve
And
Garza,
Sharon Guy.
what's up, man? Paulie, good to see you. Who else?
See, I was going to be all ready. I had my phone ready to go.
You never.
I did. I had my phone ready. Chat was up. I put it in my pocket and that all went to shit. I swear. Michael Haywood.
Hey, Michael.
Good to see you.
Here. Biggie, good to see you.
Biggie. What's up, girl? Always good to see you. Roger Blair.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
No, I'm just
What's up, Roger?
getting it together now. I got to scroll back.
It's starting to feel hot in here.
It does. It feels warm. Let me open that door.
My bad. Excuse me.
Well, it's okay. I was gonna get it. Yeah, it's kind of a weird weather day here. I mean, started off leaving for work. It was drizzly and quite chilly, cold to me. I think it was lower 50s. I know that sounds stupid, but you know, it's cold for me. Most of the day it was cloudy and dreary and just dreary, ugly, windy day. I mean, I think about a half hour before I was leaving to come home from work, I'm sitting there on the computer and I look up and I'm like, oh, damn.
Sun came out.
Sun came out, temperature warmed up a little bit, and I'm like, what the hell? And that was...
No, it was like I laid down. It was crappy out. It was just ugh. I was like, yeah, fuck this. You know what else? I'm going to take a nap. And 2 hours later, I get up. The sun's out. The water's... I mean, when I went to bed, the water was like an ocean. I got up. It was glass.
It was glass.
She lays down. An hour later, that water was choppy again. And I was like, what the hell? But I hope everybody is doing all right. I know it's cold out there.
I know a lot of people have been through a lot.
Yeah, I've been
with
getting
the weather,
emails and, you know.
This past week.
Yeah.
And prayers for everyone.
If you were affected by the snow.
Yes.
I don't know if there was any ice out there. I haven't really heard any reports because I don't watch the news.
And I didn't mean to seem braggy. It was just weird. It really was. How it went from just nasty, windy, cold, dreary. You wouldn't have known any different by 3 o'clock.
Link is in chat. Anybody wants to join us, you know how it works. Click on that link. Come hang out.
Tina
Bullshit.
G.
Whatever. Hey,
Hey,
Tina.
Tina.
Welcome, welcome. So what's going on?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, Martine McBride.
No.
Isn't that tomorrow night?
Not Martina McBride. It's oh God, what's her name? I got Jody Messina.
Where?
Here.
Is it Jody Messina?
Yeah, it's not Martina.
It's Messina.
Yes, not Martina McBride.
I thought it was Martina McBride.
No, Jody Messina.
No, that's right. Yeah, Jody Messina.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Got her.
Anyway, she's going to be basically in her backyard tomorrow night.
Yeah.
They do the free concert for George Fest. George Fest is the George Washington's Day festival that's been going on all week.
It's the 123rd year. It's the longest continuously running
festival
George Fest
for President's
Day Festival, whatever you want to call it. That's a long time, 123 years.
It is. Very much so.
we haven't really gotten out to explore it. It's been just kind of crappy out. It's not like, I don't want to go out.
We'll be over there tomorrow, though. Definitely. Last year was
What's up, Mike?
what's his name? I'm horrible with names.
Tracy Bird.
Tracy Bird, yes. Jay Fritz. How are you? Had the world.
Russ and Stevie had the world.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Maybe have is.
If I had it, I want to know where I put it.
What'd you do with it?
I don't know. It's in my other pants. Oh, largest chicken in their yard.
Have
the world
world's-
record largest chicken.
World's
Gotcha.
largest, yes.
Got it. You could have typed that all at once, dude.
You know.
Yeah, it's the world's largest rubber duck, actually.
I want to know what the point of the smaller one is in the middle of the park.
I don't know, but they had a Jeep event too, and they call it Jeep ducking. And you'll see Jeeps driving around with ducks on their dashboards.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Well, it's
It's a
other
thing.
Jeepers giving, like, I own a Jeep, you own a Jeep, I see you. Oh, I
know.
have a duck.
It's a
I'll duck.
club.
I'll
Yeah,
give you a duck.
I got
You know, Gonzato has gone. Yeah, I didn't know what the hell it was until I looked it up. I was like, what the hell? Why is
you.
everybody have
It's with
fucking
all the
ducks.
rubber ducks.
ducks on their damn? But yeah, it's a Jeep thing.
That's cool.
What else we got in here? He says we see that here in Eastern North Carolina. Yeah, it's
It's everywhere.
yeah, I'm assuming it's everywhere because I see them all the time. If I see a Jeep,
What was it,
chances
last
are there's
Saturday?
a duck on the dash.
Last Saturday, I came home from work and they had all the Jeeps lined up over there. Like I said, like a car show.
Well, yeah, it was the Jeep
Yeah.
Jamboree or whatever the fuck, whatever they were doing. I don't know. He'd say I duct tape mine to the hood.
It's fun.
Yeah, most people just sit them on their
On
dash.
the dash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christy says, "Where's your glasses?"
She didn't say that.
Oh well, you know.
Where's yours? Because you can't read, obviously. Mine are here.
LIB said Jeep people wave at one another like bikers.
Wet point at the ground. You want to see more people that wave than bikers? Watch boaters.
Yes.
I think it's like a law you have to wave if you pass another boat. You got,
Yeah.
how you doing? Yeah, we're boating too.
Have a good day. It's just being polite. Especially in
It
the
says boaters is what I wrote, and not bikers. Autocorrect doing its thing. How is it autocorrected to if you typed out boaters? Where does bikers come from?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Michael Haywood says hell's ducks don't sound so tough. All right.
That cracks me up. Yeah, I know. Boaters just they're a wavy bunch.
Yeah, they are.
Never mind. I said
I
wavy.
know. I heard cricket. No.
That's what that was. What's the weather tomorrow? I gotta get some hours on that boat.
I'm not sure.
I've been breaking in this motor on this boat, and I've only got like 4.7 hours on it so far. I got to get like at least 2 more on it.
Oh, I thought you did. Oh no, the weather got bad.
No, I
it
wasn't
was
going out
too
on that
windy.
shit.
That's right. I remember.
I type out hi and it comes out happy you. Breeze, what's up, buddy? He's a 65 tomorrow.
Tonight's low, I think, is supposed to go down to 37 or upper 30s.
The name should have been Black Widows. They are feared throughout the land, says Pyro. What's up, Pyro?
And that's right, Breeze. It is supposed to be kind of cool on the cool side tomorrow.
In the morning tonight, yeah.
Yeah, in the morning.
Overnight lows up upper 30s, I think.
Yep. Means when I leave for work.
You're going to be pretty cold.
I just go to the car, turn the heat on.
Like
get out of the car, then just run
actually.
inside. Once I get inside, that's it. I don't have to go back out. Not until it warms up. I think everyone has been anticipating that tomorrow morning is going to be cold because I don't have hardly any reservations.
Oh, right on.
Not at all. I think my vintage group.
What's the weekend supposed to look like? Because I don't even have any reservations for this weekend.
I didn't look.
Which is amazing.
I didn't look past tomorrow.
But now it's like tonight and tomorrow, or like they can get. It has to be 48 hours in advance. It's supposed to be, but it just seems like if it's within a certain
do a
area.
walk-in.
Walk-in's different.
Yeah, and I'm
I
sure.
get a phone call. Hey, what's available? And I say, well, what time you want it? What do you want? And
So we have different business, but same concept. But I'll get probably a ton of walk-ins after 11 tomorrow.
yeah, once it warms up a little.
Yeah.
15 here right now, says Judy Wheeler. Good evening, Judy.
See, I'm showing 29. Actually, it jumped. Oh, she's talking about the weather.
The
Good
weather,
Lord,
that's what we've been talking about.
I know, but I looked down
Why
at
are you
the.
looking at?
I looked down at the number. I'm sorry.
She's like, how many are watching?
That's
Like,
what I thought. No, because it went from. I watched it go from 15 to 25 to 29.
well, that's
That's
good.
why I was like, "What? What?
Talking about it going away.
No, they're not. Stop." What's up, Mikey?
Mikey, good to see you.
Michelle Powell. Hey.
West
26
Georgia,
and
Michelle, how are you? It's 26. Damn. I was not made for cold weather.
Yeah, me either. Not anymore.
None of us were.
Not anymore.
If we were, we'd look like Sasquatch.
This is true.
Mikey says, what? Thank God it's Friday. No, 11F. I look like 10. Never mind. I look like a TIF even with glasses on. It's 11 in Scarborough. Pyro says it's 9 on that side of the Ozarks, Judy. Ooh.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't envy any of you.
No.
Paulie, I'm sorry. I don't know how long you've been back there. No, actually, I think you just
I'm going to bed, but
All right, Jeff.
FYI, brother stole another bag of popcorn.
Oh, wait. Hold on, Paulie. Stop talking. We can't hear you, but we're about to.
All right.
All right, Jeff. I'll see you, man.
Hold
Ogie,
on,
what's
hold
up, buddy?
Clock mode.
Oh, there we go. How's it going, man? How you feeling?
That's going good. How about you?
Good. Good. Yeah, my speaker was on, so I couldn't hear anything. For some reason, it's not working with this.
It's all good, dude. You got a show to run. No sweat.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah, my tablet. I got rid of my tablet. I traded it in the house with somebody, so I got to use my phone. I got another tablet. I just got to open it up and take the SIM card out, and I'll be all set.
Right on. Pyro says, Holy T, proof of life.
Perfect. What?
He said, Pyro
I can't
said, Holy
chat.
T, proof of life.
Yes,
Yeah,
proof
done.
of life.
It's on the
Proof that
screen.
life is good.
That's right.
Life is good, man. If you got me going to Bible study, shit's gonna be good.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
No.
No, absolutely
Okay.
not. I just can't wait till I can braid this.
Hmm.
I got a ways to go yet.
I never. I think one Halloween I wanted to grow it out to braid it. Do the whole Jack Sparrow look.
Right.
Yeah, don't get me started on pirates, buddy. Yar, matey. It'll always be there.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
shut this light off, man. This thing's too bright.
Mikey says, my
Sorry you
white
can't
beard-
see me, but
Oh, no worries.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd
Mikey,
be
I
the
couldn't
polar
do that.
opposite of
If I drew a whole,
well,
if I grew a beard, it would be all white, and I just don't want that. I'm tempted to get rid of this. But this is, I've had
I
this
hear that.
ever. No, literally. I
As
mean,
long as I've known you.
no,
I'm just saying, I've only known you with the beard.
decades,
I don't know.
40 years. Meh,
Right.
35.
So what's going on with y'all?
Not much. Not much.
Not a whole lot.
Same old.
We're
bored.
kind of feel for the yeah.
Feel for
Kind of
who?
feel bad for the Mid Atlantic right now. They get a foot of snow, they're like, "Oh my god!" You know, up here, which is like, it's kind of a dusting. You know, we're kind of used to it. But I can see how that could mess things up down south, man. Especially if you don't have removal equipment. That could shut shit down.
Pyro's got 6 inches of snow on the ground where he's at. But this didn't.
We're
Did this
supposed
go
to
up
get.
for you?
Yeah, we got nothing, man. It snowed here like
Yeah, I didn't
5
think
times,
so.
and every time it snows, it's like an inch and a half, 2 inches, and then it's so warm it melts, so we get rain right after it, so it's not staying on the ground.
Yeah, I didn't think it made it that far up. I know some rain did, but
Yeah, no, we're
That
supposed
would
to
be
get
the-
flurries from it. Where I'm at.
Mike says I've been shaving daily since the army. Yeah, I don't shave daily.
The hell with that.
No,
No
dude,
offense, Mike.
I'll go in full like scrub to work. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't have anything against people who shave. I'm not into shaving every day.
Mikey says we've got about 10 inches of snow on the ground here in our neck of the eastern Canada.
Wow, 10 inches.
We had to plow for
You can
a
go
fire
sledding
truck
in that.
3 times in 10 years. Huh. No wear and tear on that truck, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah, the good old days, bumper sliding behind cars.
Remember that? I used to do that.
Dude, kids did that today. My God, they'd probably get arrested.
I don't think kids would think to do it these days because they can't hold the bumper in their
Yeah,
phone at the
no,
same time.
Right.
Yeah, very hard. They'd have to be a multitasker.
Selfies of themself getting dragged down the fucking road.
Yeah.
I lost the
Well,
glove.
some of them think they can text and drive. So. Oh yeah, I got busted up a few times doing that. Hit a dry patch. Oof.
Oh, I just tumble.
Yep, the little tumble. Whack the
Yeah, I remember
bumper
holding
for
on-
good measure.
holding on like
On no
that.
down.
However, I was holding on and I let go, and one of my gloves stayed behind, so the car took off with my glove on the bumper.
You know, when I grew up on like a cul-de-sac in like a plat, It was a big block, and it wasn't a main road, so they always got to it last. So when they plowed over it, cars had been running over the snow all day, so it never really got down the pavement. So you could go around the whole block. You just have to watch out for the dry spots.
We used to drag
But
around.
definitely was fun. If you had a chance, you should experience it at least once in life.
Sharon says, "Hello, Danny, Patrick, and Mr. Lee. If y'all lurking." She knows you too well.
Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, my man. Did he ever come on your show, Moogs?
Once, twice,
Well,
once.
You played his voice once, and then he came on the show.
Yeah, once. And nobody believed it was him.
No, that was funny.
I'm like going, guys, I know it's him because I just talked to him last night or
No,
whatever.
It was Richie Evans and Ben.
Yeah. Richie and Ben were on.
Richie missed him
Richie missed him. They came on after him.
like 10 minutes.
But Ben was sitting there on the panel, and Mr. Lee's there, and
Thought it was somebody joking.
thought it was a joke.
It was a hoax.
And then we finally convinced him.
That it was not.
And he was like, "Oh shit, really?"
Him.
Like, yeah, man.
Oh, that's awesome, man. So I'm sorry I missed that. I would have loved to have seen it.
That was a few years
A
ago.
couple years ago.
Yeah.
We were in Longwood.
I can always go back in the archives and find it.
Yeah, good luck, because I don't I don't title anything.
Right. I think that one you might have.
Maybe.
I think maybe.
It was that much of an event.
You know? I thought he was going to break the
Yeah.
internet.
But the title must have been like Mr. Lee finally grows a set, something like that. He's a good sport.
You don't expect the way he sounds. His voice is different. He's got a higher pitched voice, and
Strong English accent. Well, we expected that.
yeah.
But very. He sounds sweet.
What was the word I would describe?
Did you at least
Timid.
get it?
Oh, shy for
Did you
sure.
at least get it? Bust out a bloody wanker? You bloody wankers!
No, actually. Mikey says, Moog, Stevie, does it ever snow in Florida? I've seen some weather stories, but it's still hard to believe that the flakes can reach that far south.
Panhandle just got dumped on last month.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Panhandle got some snow.
Yeah. This far? No, we're right in the center of Florida.
Never say never.
Well, so far, as long as I've been here, no.
I've only been here 2 years, and no, it hasn't.
I moved here in 2001.
Last time I saw snow was in Arizona.
Although I did see that year I moved here, there were snowflakes out on the long pier in Clearwater. Out on the
yeah.
water. Yeah. Flurries.
Notice how cold it's getting in here?
I feel it, but it feels good though. It was a little warm.
Guys, listen to Sharon. She says, hey, guys and gals, hit that like button. Thanks. And thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Alrighty, guys. I gotta get ready to make rounds, make sure everybody's in their bed or at least in their apartments.
Do your thing,
Hope
man.
you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you all soon.
Hey.
All right.
You too, brother.
Take care.
See ya.
Be safe. Always good to see Paulie.
Always.
I'm so glad for him.
Right.
I don't want to say I'm proud of him, but I am.
I am. I'm
You know,
proud.
it's not, you know,
I'm proud of him. He's come a long way.
he has, and it's awesome.
It
And
is.
yeah, I am proud of him because, you know, we've seen him
Otherwise.
exactly otherwise. So I like seeing this side.
Mm-hmm.
Pyrus says, I saw the manatees were grouping together to stay warm. Yeah, you go into some of the springs and they're all over the place.
Oh, I bet Blue Springs. They're there. Usually wall to wall.
Blue
packed
was
in.
which? Where was that? Was
That
towards
was
the
on the
coast,
coast,
on
yeah.
St. John's. Yeah.
Yep, right off I-4.
Big fishing tournament going on in St. John's right now. That's the best.
Well, they have the one out here Saturday, I believe.
I don't know what's going on out here.
Well, for the George Fest, they do the tournament. They did it last year. I think it was, maybe it's on
I
Sunday.
think they were supposed to do it last Saturday and it got
I
canceled.
think it's on Sunday though, because I was home the day that they had the tournament.
Michael says
last year.
manatees hunting packs. There isn't a weed safe. Worst they can do is like crush you.
Yeah, that's scary enough because they are huge.
They're big.
They're
They're-
huge. Even the babies.
There are some big critters.
Even the babies.
I still haven't gotten in the water with them yet.
They're so cute. Yeah, I haven't been in the water with them either.
We should go down to Three Sisters and go to
Let's do it.
Crystal River.
Let's do it.
Same place that you were at, Mike.
This time we'll get in the
LIB.
water.
We took LIB over to Crystal River and took the boat out and finally found this. I didn't know where it was.
No.
This spring,
But that's what
after
made it fun.
after we like went down one canal and then got stuck, we had to back out because there was traffic and it was stupid. Remember that?
Yes. Because it narrowed all the way down at the end and the tour boats were
I
coming
thought
through.
it just went through and they're like, no, it doesn't go through here. And God, fuck, I'm just following, whoever.
Right.
But yeah, that spring should be loaded with manatees right now.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
absolutely.
And what's cool is you can here in Crystal River, well, not here, but in Crystal River, you can actually swim with the
It's
manatees
the only place that you're allowed to.
in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not allowed to touch them.
no touch.
They can touch you. You are not allowed to touch them at all. I've seen videos where they'll come up and hug somebody's leg or
Hump
just
it, whatever.
sit there side by side next touching somebody, just leaning on them almost.
I know this one girl down in Crystal River who does the tours, and she gets in the water with the people, and she goes, one day she got in the water and she's in her wetsuit, and a mother came along, a mother manatee with a baby, and the baby kind of swam over and ended up on this woman's chest, like laying there. And the mother kind of looked at her and just like, okay, the baby's good. And the mother just fucking drove away, did its thing, drove away, swam away, did its thing, and then came back and the baby left. But yeah, she couldn't do anything to get it off. I mean, she could have sank. I'm sure she could have been like, but she couldn't push it. She couldn't touch it.
Not allowed to touch it at all. Huge fine.
Michael says, nobody believes me. Manatees are bloodthirsty. I think you're thinking of manticores. Judy says, Crystal River. Yeah. That'd be manticore, wouldn't it? Manticore, something like that.
Like I said, not a manatee drive-by.
Shooting them water guns. Well, at least the porpoise have a blowhole.
Right.
I don't know where the Little Manatee River is.
I think that's north. Well, yeah, north of Crystal River. Up there by, what's the name of that river?
Swanee?
Yes. Yes.
Good guess.
That was it. No, you probably heard my fault.
It was fleeting. I'd be like, what? What was that?
Yeah, wade through it.
Let me post this. Guys, the link is in chat if anybody wants to join us. Listen to us babble. Should get better things to do.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm going to close that door.
Or the window. That draft coming through. Christy, they're doing okay. They're hanging in there. Thank you for asking.
It was good. Excuse me. Okay, don't talk.
No, I was reading what Christy wrote. She said we're there Thursday entertainment. Oh.
Sorry.
I looked up. I was like, whoa.
No, I hit the wrong button. Still happens
Yeah.
a lot. It's on 301 like you're driving towards Bradenton.
Yes.
All right.
I knew it was around Bradenton, I think. But then
But
again,
that's-
I got to look at the
south
map
of here,
because,
though, isn't that?
well,
It's
that's what,
southwest. Stevie, how are your dad and mom doing? Did you get that one?
I did.
Okay.
Thank you. I told her thank you for asking. So sure, you're welcome.
Up Parish. You can find the Canoe Outpost.
So yes, it's south of Crystal River. About a 2-hour difference.
That's where Richie lives, Bradenton. Richie from Goof On.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's down in Bradenton.
that's where Judy's from. Originally.
Sharon says, I just got my water fixed today. It was a busted water pipe last night. That sucks.
Oh wow.
Especially in the cold.
Well, that's-
Talked to Claude. Claude Knoll. He sent me, he was freezing his ass off last night. I mean, he's warm. He's got the van and his heater and
Right.
stuff, but he said it was cold out.
Yeah, I haven't talked to hardly anybody, and I apologize. It's just been a busy week. Really has, between work and everything else.
I'm not apologizing. I don't talk to anybody.
Talked to a few people, and
Oh, you? You do?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try. I try to.
Me
keep
and Haywood say good morning. That's about it. She says, "Love Bradenton." I've never been there.
I think Route 50 goes out to Bradenton, and I think I've done that. I've driven out there, but never spent any time there. It was either going north or south from there.
Now we got to get out more here locally. I want
I
to see
keep
some
saying
more.
that.
There you go.
I do too.
Otherwise, you'd offer to drive.
Don't even. Don't even. Haywood just said, "Oop." The wind was bad, Sharon. I haven't even paid attention to the weather and what's going on. I know the weather's been bad, but it was kind of windy here a little bit too.
Jay says Janet has me taking a water pill. Now I feel like a busted water pipe.
My Haywood said, "Jay, the sprinkler Fritz."
But you know what they say, if you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie and wipe the seedy.
Jason's more like Niagara.
And the show just took a dive. We're talking about pissing.
Well,
That's right. It's funny. Why are you taking water pills? You retaining water? Feeling bloated? You got cankles? Why? What's up? Sorry. Sorry. Just take water pills. Biggie says when I was in Orlando, we went to St. Augustine to see the Ponce de Leon Fountain of Youth. Loved the place. Did it work? Well, Fountain of Youth.
St. Augustine's.
No, I'd like to check that
Beautiful
out.
Town, city.
Oldest
Oldest
settlement
yeah.
in the United States or in Florida?
I
It goes back to like 15, I think
Yeah.
like 1565 or something. It's old. And there's some haunted stuff up there, isn't there?
Oh, there's a lot.
Let's go up there. I want to scare some ghosts.
1565 is correct.
Right?
Oh, I just Googled it. Yeah.
See, I remember stupid shit. Trivial shit. Mr. Fritz, you know the difference between Niagara and Viagra? I hope he has a good punchline for that question. Oh, no, that's Christy. I have to take a water pill due to my blood pressure. Sharon says, all the shakes from Sonic. Jay, your feet swelling? St. Augustine is like a tourist town.
It is.
Nowhere I'd like to go.
But it's one of those places that you got to see.
I want to go down to
Beautiful.
the Dry Tortugas. Isn't that where there's a fort out there? I'm almost positive there's a fort. But you can only get there by boat.
Yes, there is a fort. I had to think of what you were referring to. And yeah, you can only get there by boat.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go there.
I don't even think it ever really got used like the way it was supposed to. That fort itself.
I think it did twice in history, but not for what it was.
What it was
what it was
originally
intended
designed for,
yeah.
as far as a fortified,
Right.
fort. It was. I think
Oh
it was
yeah,
more of a prison
I've
or
always
something
wanted to go there.
at some point. Biggie says yes in Key West. Yeah, Dry Tortugas. Tortuga in Spanish is turtle.
Yes. Oh yeah, I've always wanted to go there, but you can only get there by boat. You either have a boat
One
or
will
rent a
bring you
boat.
up, the other brings you down. Yeah, Michael, one flows up and one flows down. Yeah, too much of it and they'll both kill you.
Right.
Dry Tortuga, you can get to it in Key West. Yeah, but you have to take a boat to get there, though.
Yeah, it's a national park.
I'd like to go do, I'm not into ghost hunting, but I'd like to go into places like that. Isn't so touristy?
What?
Ghost places, like, that supposed haunted places.
Where are you referring to?
Well, anywhere. St. Augustine, if there's anything over there, but
Oh,
that's more
there's ghosts.
touristy. That's like
They have ghost tours, but
Yeah, I don't
all
wanna
you
do
have to
ghost
do
tours.
is look up certain places. You go there yourself.
That's why I said earlier. I want to go scare some ghosts.
Yeah.
Is he talking to me? Just freak him out. What else? I want to do a little more on the Gulf Coast too. Like when I was down in Cape Coral, I didn't really get to explore that She got like Matt Shea and Pine Island, but that was about it.
I want you to see Paso Grill.
Where is that?
It's just south of St. Pete's.
Yeah, I've never been there either.
It's at the very end of I-4.
Isn't St. Pete's
West.
like the tip of like Tampa Bay over that way?
Yes.
I haven't been
You
to
go
Tampa
through
either.
you go through Tampa to get to St. Pete's, or well, not St. Pete's, but Paso Grill.
Lots of ghosts here in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a. I don't know. I've had experiences in the paranormal, so that's kind of pushes me that way or draws me that
I
way.
seem to be a freaking magnet for it, so let's go. Some places, though, I don't know that I'd want to visit. I mean, I look at the town here. I don't know that I'm ready to go back there again.
Wilmington. Camp Lejeune. Right? Is that where Camp Lejeune is in Wilmington? Or is that Jacksonville?
Like Cassadaga here. You know,
Fort Fisher.
you're not listening.
Cassadaga?
Yeah, it's right up.
No,
the
I
road.
know, but that's like a. I don't know. I don't know if I would.
Well, what do you expect when you go to any place that might be haunted? I mean,
Not a bunch of psychics.
well, it's not all psychic.
Ghosts. That's what I expect.
Not all psychic.
Florida rates second in UFOs. Read that yesterday.
It's all the drones.
Right? What was the. Oh, yeah. Speaking of drones, you were at work, right? And people were saying, or somebody was saying,
No,
how
I
there was.
said it on the last show that
Okay.
it's the neighborhood app. When
Yeah.
I get notifications that on my work computer, and it's mostly people, lost dogs, lost cat, a lot of animals wander into the park. So I keep notifications on for that. And the other day I read one that said, anybody seen these huge drones flying over Lake Apopka? And I'm like, oh, come on. It was the weekend of the Bass
The MLF Pro
Yes.
Tournament.
Pro
Bass
Tournament.
And they were using drones.
And it was televised. So, and while we were watching it, while it was streaming, you could see other drones in the background. He had even made the comment, look at all those drones out there. So I went in and just left a message.
Guthrie, Oklahoma is a haunted town. Many buildings have spirits sticking around. Guthrie, Oklahoma. I have to look into that. Wilmington. I know I've been in Wilmington. Because then, not far from Wilmington, you can hit the ocean like Topsail and go out on the island that way. Be careful, you might take something home. No. No, you got to armor up before you do that shit. And I know how to armor up. Now that we're talking about it, we don't normally talk about the paranormal that much here, so excuse me. Whipped out my big bundle. Smudge bundle.
No, we've smudged before, and it always seems that something happens.
No.
Around the house at some point or another with me, anyways. And then I don't know if you wanted to talk about our neighbor's camera
Karen, how are you?
the other night.
Oh yeah, so when was it? I don't know, Sunday night or whatever night it was. Maya started barking,
We were sitting here watching TV.
and it was like midnight,
It was late.
and Maya just started going off.
It was
Like-
the kind of bark that
She's barking at a person
like somebody's there.
in the yard or
Because
something.
I know because she's barked at me this way. When I've come around the corner of the house and caught her off guard, she realizes who it is and it's, backs off immediately. But I know that bark. It was that she saw somebody. That was my first thought. I'm like,
I
somebody's
walked
out
out.
there.
She went 2 houses down. Like she went out to the street and then 2 houses down. And I followed her. I didn't see anybody, didn't see shit. The next day, my neighbor says, "Hey, were you outside last night? I saw somebody." I was like, I forgot I went outside. Like I knew I went outside, didn't know what time it was. And I asked Stevie, and she said it was around the same time. But he's like, dude, I was watching my camera and I see somebody walking on his side of the street towards the camera, like coming towards his house. Guy's got his hands on his hips, and he's got his hands on his head or whatever he's doing. And the next thing you know, the guy's across the street. Like he didn't see him move. It was almost like a glitch. And the guy's next to my truck or like at the front of my truck. And then just disappeared. Like just vanished. This is not camera.
From the camera. Just,
And I asked him if he had it recorded or something. He said, "Oh, his phone wasn't hooked up to whatever."
he was watching it live. He
Yeah.
wasn't recording. Basically.
And somebody just glitched out. But what's weird is, and Stevie had mentioned it, 2 Christmases ago, it was on Christmas Eve, she was bringing stuff in from the car, carrying a big box. I remember her carrying that big box.
I come around the corner of the house, and at the time, the neighbor's boat was in the yard. So standing in front of the boat was a guy. I mean, I could picture him. I know what he was wearing. It scared the shit out of me. I dropped the box and jumped back like, "Oh shit." I'm pretty sure I yelled, "Oh shit." And as I'm leaning down to grab the box, I'm looking, and it was like gone. Like I said, glitched out. It was just,
Glitch in the Matrix.
it was like that. I've never seen that before, where it just went like, yeah, gone.
Eureka Springs has the Crescent Hotel.
And I'd said he either had his hands in his pockets or a hand on his hip. Pockets kind of made more sense, but it was that fast. I mean, khaki pants, black like t-shirt, kind of, I don't know, shorter hair. It was weird. It was real weird. Scared the shit out of me. I think I came in and I don't know if I woke you up or.
We see weird shit. Like I'll see a corner out of my eye. I'll see something move. But
Fuck, the first night here that I stayed the night, I couldn't sleep. It was like 113 out. And the AC wasn't working yet. And yeah, so I got up, came out to the living room, went to grab my cigarettes. We had a dining room table in the middle of the dining room floor. And I reached from behind the table across at an angle, like to my left. And it put my sight, like looking at the cabinets above or next to the kitchen sink. I watched that cabinet door just flew out, hit the other cabinet behind it, and slammed shut with such force that just boom. And I remember grabbing my cigarettes and I stood up. I kind of jolted back and I'm like, "Okay, I know you're here." Like, don't start that shit now,
first night.
Yeah. Oh, it scared the hell out of me. I hate being startled. That's the thing. I don't think it freaks me out so much because I've seen so much shit in my life, but just that startle effect, that jumping, I can't stand it.
Oh, it's like when that happened. The thing happened in Arizona where I was in the bar and the music and the corks flew up and everything, and I couldn't do anything but laugh. I couldn't because I knew what was going on, and to see that bartender just turn white and like go, "What's going on?" And I laughed and I said, "I guess my mom doesn't want me to have another drink." It's just.
It's not me being afraid of the whole scenario, the whole situation. It's the startle effect. That cabinet just boom, boom, real loud, hard. There's a lot of force.
Karen says, "I read the book Starvation Heights in the 70s and had no clue that someday I would be living real close to it. Didn't know it was here until I was watching some paranormal show."
Oh, wow. I'm not familiar with the story, but just
No.
the thought of watching a show and realizing that's where it took place and you're nearby. Well, that's like me the couple months ago. I'm listening to Dixie Cryptid, and he's telling a story of, I think it was Dixie Cryptid. It was one of the shows telling a story about,
Fort.
no. This was the Mount Vernon Monster
Oh yeah.
where I grew up. I mean, basically born in D.C., raised in Northern Virginia, graduated Mount Vernon High School, and there was all the while since like the early 20s, 30s, somewhere around there, I think was the time frame. There was reports of what they called the Mount Vernon Monster, which ultimately was an implication of Bigfoot,
In the woods that she used to hang out.
And everywhere my stomping grounds of growing up. Yeah, the woods, the river, that whole area. I was like, holy shit, I'm listening to the story, and as I'm like, I know that place. I'm like, that's where I used to run around.
I heard that like 10 times during that story.
That was a trip. I mean, lived there.
It got to the point where I'm looking it up on a map.
Yeah. And I'm pointing everything out because that's where I grew up. And apparently there's a Bigfoot there.
We went to the Stanley. Oh, no shit. Karen says, I used to deliver to the Stanley. I've been there a lot. It's a beautiful place. We used to go every year for the elk rut. They hang out in Estes Park. I'd like to go check out the Stanley. That would be cool. I know it's a tourist trap, but I wonder what it costs to stay there. I'll have to look that up.
Right. The Don Caesar in Passagarel, St. Pete's. It's a big, huge pink hotel that sits right on the Gulf. That they're supposedly haunted from way back in the Spanish settlement days. That hotel's been haunted. I've seen shows on it on TV.
And I'm sorry, I was kind of like, some of you guys don't know what I'm talking about when I was just talking about the Arizona incident.
Yeah.
Somebody just asked about my stories. I want to hear your stories, man. I'm like, dude, I've told them before. I'm tired of telling them.
Go back to the beginning of your show.
What was it? The 10th show? I think.
Yeah,
I said that's what it was. The 10th video. That's including the first That's Bullshit Sedona video. Yeah, just shit I've been through. Some shit I don't think I even talked about because it hadn't happened yet. Yeah, it's some weird shit happening in Arizona. What I want to find is it sounds stupid, but I want to find the footage I have somewhere. It's probably on my external hard drive.
Right.
Of when I went out and looked for that poop.
Yeah. Well, I know on my old phone and Messenger, I've got the pictures and the conversation when you went out there. So I think it was so far out there you didn't have signal. I had to wait until you got back before I heard about it.
Yeah. It goes back to my friend, my ex-roommate, my buddy, the one who had the sighting I told you about in Arizona. He's also a rock hound, so he likes to go out and start digging up gems, crystals, whatever they can find out there. And they were in this one spot looking for, I guess they found here. This is raw quartz. It is a crystal. It's just not bleached like they'll do. It's got the points. But they'll put it in water and bleach or however they lighten it up and get it clear. But this is raw. I think that came from that area that I'm talking about. Is they were rock hounding, and while they were up in the Manzanita, up on the mountain, they stumbled upon a pile of shit. And actually there were two. One was smaller. And this pile of shit was huge. Like, not that it was a pile, but it was a big shit. I mean, it was bigger than it was probably the size of a Coke can, that round. and filled with manzanita berries.
Yes, I remember the berries.
It was so it looked like an orange shit.
Excuse me 1 second. Jim's been backstage.
Oh, is he?
Sorry.
It's hey, can you come on? It's
I
black.
know.
Sorry, Jim.
I looked over. I couldn't even
Here,
see.
poke him so he wakes up. Let's see.
Whoever else has been left backstage, let them know it's not just them.
No.
No.
I looked over when I saw you wrote that in chat, and I didn't even barely see you. I could barely see your emblem there.
Yeah, it's just because I have the blackout now, and it's
His whole background is
so
black.
everything just blends in backstage.
Yeah.
Well, finish your story, and then I'll get into something.
Oh, so I went and he gave me the coordinates basically, or showed me on a map where it was. So I looked it up and marched up this hill and through these manzanita bushes and actually found it and took pictures of it, took a video of it, poked it with a stick. What else do you do with piles of shit?
Right. It was huge. Matter of fact, you talked about it on your show.
I talked
right after
about
that.
it.
No, right
But
after
I
that.
want to find the pictures. I never showed the pictures.
I think
and the
it's in
video.
one of your shows. I thought you did.
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna look back. I'll find it.
Well, I figured we were already talking about piss. I can swap
Talk about
over and talk
poop.
about shit.
It was a huge
Well, no,
pile
I don't know why
that didn't seem natural. Like
it didn't seem like something a bear did.
not a person. I mean,
It was
it was-
segmented like human shit,
yes,
but it was huge.
it was massive. How you doing, Jim?
Pretty good, pretty good. It was only 5 minutes, so no big deal. I was laughing really hard, but
Oh, look, he did.
I was actually going to call in and talk about something I heard from your Tuesday night show. Michael
too.
was saying that the Devil's Stomping Grounds was just a circle in dirt where nothing would grow, which is true. But there's been some other experiences going on down there with strange lights and activities.
Oh, really?
Yeah, somebody parked a car in the middle of the circle, locked the doors, had it in park with the emergency brake on, and the circle's off the road in the woods. At least back then it was more so than today. And when they came back the next day, the car was down in the woods, still locked in park, emergency brake on, and the only way to get it between the trees where they found it that they could think of is to take a crane and set it down.
Go over. Huh.
So that's one story, and that's kind of like third or fourth hand information, so people can take it however they see it. But I talked to someone who slept. They camped out in the circle, and they said they went one October night. The wind was blowing. It was a full moon, and you could hear the rustling leaves, and nothing happened. So they went back another night, and about 3 o'clock in the morning, everyone in camp woke up, and they got outside their tents, and they're looking around, and there's like, what woke you up? I don't know, just a feeling. And a minute or two after they come out of their tents, they saw a red light coming from down in the forest, the other side of where the trail is to come into the circle for them. And it was coming up through the woods. And as it got closer, they could tell that it wasn't just coming up the path. It was coming up the path about 20 foot off the ground.
Oh, really?
And it was a red dot light. And at that point, they all ran for the car, forget the tents, let's get out of here. And they said that when they got in the car, it was at the back corner of the car as they put it in gear, and the car would not go. It was like forward a little, back a little, forward a little, back a little. And finally, it just took off like a slingshot. Now, there's explanations for that. there's no way to tell what it was. They could have been in gravel or something and
Sure.
just got traction all of a sudden. But it's an interesting story, I think.
No, it is. And some
Yeah,
of that sounds familiar. With that circle. Some of those stories.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm like, it also sounds like something I saw in a movie or a TV show.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
like
this guy was
somebody slept in it and woke up outside of it, or
right.
like the car got moved.
The guy who camped out, he camped out down there in the 60s. And now it's private property. Somebody owns it and they've got up no trespassing signs and such. And Wilmington is just a little bit north of Topsail Beach.
That's what I
Both are
thought.
both are on the water.
Yeah, I know. I think I even had. I know I had. Me and my dad had lunch in Wilmington.
Jim, where is that? Your picture, your emoji, whatever you call it. I'm looking at the pier.
Yeah, that's the lake, the park I go to for my practice hikes. That I've got tons of videos.
Pretty out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that park. At one time in the 80s, I think it was, they announced they were closing it down. And it's the perfect example of the attitude of, oh, well, it's right in the backyard. I'll go one day. It'll be another day. And then they don't end up going. Well, they ran ads in the papers around within like an hour's drive. And everyone said, I guess that they're going to close it down. I better go before they close it. And so many people came that it saved the park.
It open. Right on.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Which is fantastic. And you know, they've got over 20 miles of trails. There's the 5 named waterfalls. They have others, but they have 5 waterfalls that's fairly easy to get to. And it's the best little grouping of waterfalls until you get into the real mountains. This is just a small chain that kind of stands out. It's really considered the foothills.
All right. Connor, welcome.
And hello, everybody in chat. Well, if you want to go ghost hunting, and if you guys want to go ghost hunting, and you're always seeing something, I would like to go along. But I've kind of got the nickname Wet Blanket when it comes to ghost, because usually whenever I'm around, nothing happens. Usually,
I've never seen anything as far as like an apparition. I've seen a move shit. I've seen the shit get moved, but I haven't seen an apparition. I saw. I saw the orb in that house. So I guess I've seen something as far as an apparition, but never like a full body or a face or
the guy outside in the yard. That was the second time I've ever seen. I mean, I've had all kinds of weird shit going on around me, but that's the second time I've ever seen somebody there that wasn't there. Yeah. First time was
when you were in bed, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My eyes, and there's a man standing in the corner back to me, towards me. That was my dirty clothes pile in that corner. It was like he was shuffling through, just making the motion of shuffling, like he was shuffling through the clothes. And when I open my eyes, I'm laying in bed, I'm by myself. I open my eyes and I see the closet door mirror. I could see somebody standing there. I kind of freaked out, jumped up, and I look, and I see nothing. I look in the mirror, I see it. So I'm back and forth probably 2 or 3 times until the last time I look over to the corner, and there I see him.
That's weird because you could only see it in the mirror
Just to begin with.
And then when she finally looked, last time
I looked and I was fixated on it, it was right there. with my own eyes.
That's bizarre.
I'm like huddled up to the backboard of the bed, you know, or
Can't
the
go any
headboard. I
further.
mean, you know, just, and all I could muster up was just go, please go. And as I said that, he, like I said, he had his back turned. With his left hand, he just kind of turned back and looked and smiled and like, it's okay. And then poof, gone. I looked in the mirror, gone. Didn't see anything. I jumped up, went, grabbed my daughter. She's in the room next to her, and headed to the living room. I just wanted to get out of that area for a minute and process what just happened, you know? Yeah.
No, I've had things happen, but not.
And then it
How-
wasn't until probably, I want to say a year or so later, my ex, he's been in chat, Alex Perez. His sister had sent him some family photos, and we're looking through this album, and the page turns, and I'm just stopped, dead, stunned. That was him. I recognized him immediately. It was his father. I had never seen pictures of his father before that, and as I described him that night and then on, he had said, he was like, that sounds like my dad. That sounds like my dad. Sure enough, I saw the picture, and I mean, my eyes watered. It's that reality of, yeah, that was who I saw.
When you
Almost
saw that in the mirror, how dark was the room and how dark were the walls?
There was no lights on in the room. I had on to the left of me was the windows. It was a 2-bedroom apartment, so apartment size room. We had the master room. So to the left was the windows, but the blinds were drawn. So there was really no lighting at all. And it was me laying there with my eyes closed, and I just happened to open. You get that feeling that, you know, of a presence or something in the room, like somebody just walked in, but I knew that I don't know what, it was just weird. I opened my eyes, and it put me directly staring into the mirror. And that's how I saw him. But it was a glow, like an amber glow surrounding him. So at first I wasn't sure what the hell I was seeing. It didn't, you know, that first second of it was, yeah, something's there. It maybe took another second before I realized it was a person there in the shape of a person. And you know, my eyes directly go immediately to the corner where I'm seeing it, and to see it not there. But yeah, that freaked me out. That was.
What's up, Chris?
The reason
And
I'm
I was
asking,
I was young. I was 18, 19 years old, I think.
the reason
Right.
I'm asking about how dark the room is and how dark the walls were was there's several sources that I have come across that use a mirror in a dark room or a dark coating on a mirror in order to witness paranormal visions, events, and such as that. Everybody froze up all of a sudden. Stevie, can you still
All right.
hear me?
I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Sorry, guys. If you can hear this, my
Yeah.
computer just restarted.
So it's just me and you, Jim.
See if your volume's up on your speakers.
Yeah.
Hang on one second.
And nothing like technical difficulties.
Okay, I can hear you, Jim. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All
Oh,
right,
and
good.
that reminds me, I was going to tell Harold they had computer problems a couple of weeks ago. I was giving a presentation to like 80 people, and I had a clicker to advance the slideshow, and I was talking about everything and clicked the clicker, and unbeknownst to me, a little pop-up had come up just before I hit the clicker, and the pop-up was update computer. So there I was in front of everybody waiting on a computer to update.
Michael Haywood just said, no, that's not creepy at all. Sitting there talking about ghosts, and all of a sudden his computer just went blank.
Yeah, no, it just reset itself.
And all these years of doing shows, I don't know that your laptop's ever done that.
No.
That's
And,
Well, like I said,
and-
I get shit that happens, but I don't see, except for the one blue orb,
And-
I don't see apparitions.
technically, the laptop has a dark mirror because when it's turned off, you can see yourself on the screen, I bet.
oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just a reflection. You know, it's
Mhm.
not, you know. Let me see if I can get this going again.
Sharon's saying she can't hear us,
Hold on.
or it might be delayed. I don't.
Yeah.
No. It might have shut down and you guys are just fucking hanging out as
It's
It's
showing
showing up on
111.
YouTube.
Look, 111 and it's counting.
it's at one.
It's showing up on YouTube because I got YouTube pulled up so I can see chat.
All right.
Yeah, I've got it on you. It's just
I gotta
me and
pull it all up again.
Jim.
Hold on.
we can hear y'all now. Sharon said, "Okay, cool." I think we were reading that the other comments, thinking we were still not being able to be heard.
It says no internet.
Well, that's weird because I got internet 100% right here.
It's good. Hold on. It's gonna pop up.
And we appreciate everybody in chat being so patient.
Oh, absolutely.
Talk amongst yourselves, hit that like button an odd number of times.
Ow,
3, 2,
he's coming back.
Yay.
Turn
All right,
on.
hold on a second.
I got you muted. Now you probably start.
February 20th, 2025, Moggs returns.
Dun dun dun. Still got shit fucking popping up on my screen.
There we go.
Sorry about that. That was weird.
Papa Craig. Good to
Hey,
see
Papa.
you. Chris Jarvis. Good to
I
see
think
you as
so.
well.
I
That
think
still was
something's
weird.
going on.
Yeah, as we were talking about ghosts and seeing apparitions.
And mine's just at 111 now.
I'm at 112.
I'm at
53.
111.25.
That was a long minute.
Wasn't it?
Wow.
And I just tripped 113.
I'll just be putting my rubber
Yeah, me
sheets
too.
on the bed.
I think something might be going on with the internet
Yeah.
also because it took me 10 minutes to get into StreamYard.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
What's going on, Ben? Good to see you.
I couldn't click the link. I had to scroll back on a different device and type it in.
My internet kept going out today. This morning it
Did say that.
kept
I
going
forgot about
on and
that.
off, and
Yesterday, I think it was, they were out here working on it, or Tuesday. I don't remember which day, but
I reset the router and it still did it.
oh,
And then it's
I didn't know because I didn't hear back from you. I just assumed it was okay.
Yeah,
It's,
no,
it's all those people doing those Google searches for criminal defense lawyers.
That's funny.
Sharon says we can hear y'all. Good.
Yeah, that was weird because when your laptop went out, it made a popping sound. That's what caught my attention. I heard it before I realized what was going on. It was like crackle or some kind of crackle or pop, but yeah, I heard it before I saw. Before I noticed or realized. I looked over and your screen was black. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but when it said resetting, like restarting, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't schedule.
didn't do
I
anything.
didn't- No. Anyway, it happens.
All's well that ends well.
Karen says we finally have decent internet. Got it yesterday. I'm so happy. I've been able to see this and everything after 5 for almost a month.
She said, I haven't been.
Haven't been. Okay. I still got to get used to these
Anything
glasses.
after 5.
Because the demand gets so much, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like the water around here.
Right.
It's true.
God. We're on the back side of the neighborhood, so the water pressure gradually dies a slow death by the time it gets
No, if
past
somebody's using
certain
it up
times
the
of the
line,
day.
you're like, fuck, man, it's like, can't take a shower yet.
It pisses you off when you see people watering their grass, you know, and I'm trying to do laundry. Like, come on, man. What the fuck?
It just pisses me out to see people watering their grass in general. in
Yes, when
Florida.
it rains every day in Florida,
No, well,
almost in the summer,
summer. Yeah.
summertime, but still.
Papa, how's Nana and the family? Asks Sharon Guy. What kind of internet speeds do y'all usually get? I have no idea.
We have the top package.
Should know.
I don't know the actual speed. I don't remember. But I
The
paid
last couple of times I started having problems, my download speed was like between 40 and 50 megabits or gigabits, whatever it was. And my upload speed was 0. And I called the internet company and they said that I should bring in my equipment and swap it out for new equipment. And everything I have is like 3 years old. But they said that would improve things.
You know, with this,
Do they charge you for the upgrade?
Nope.
no, just swapping out the.
As long as I take it to the shop. But
Yeah.
the shop is an hour drive away.
I was gonna
Okay.
say it's probably not close because they never are. I think ours is out in Leesburg.
You know what I saw today, which was cool? It was a video. It's a bass fisherman. He's got his boat set up. He's got all these lithium batteries on this boat, but it's run electronics. But also, he's got, if you've ever seen a bay boat, some boats have this little stand on the back where a guy would stand up there and pole while they're fishing. You know, he's got a long pole and he just looks like a gondola attendant or whatever, gondolier. And he's got that, but on top of it, it's not for standing. He's got the Starlink
Okay.
because he's got a YouTube channel and he wants to film live during all his tournaments.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think that's fucking cool as hell.
Yeah.
He's
that's-
got so many. I don't know how much weight he's got in batteries alone.
And those batteries, you got to be careful. You can't get wet.
Yeah, those ion lithium,
Yeah.
lithium and water don't get along.
No.
They have an explosive relationship.
Right. Literally.
But it was cool to see it. Like he's like, yeah, it's legal. I mean, I went through all the rules and regs, and you know, people think
Nothing.
it's for this, but it's not.
Uh-uh.
You'll never see that on a
For
bass boat.
streaming.
But yeah, he's got this platform right over his engine, basically. It's
I think I saw that.
cool as hell.
He's got a monitor of some sort.
No, all these guys have electronics. They have
No. I'm talking on
computer monitors on their dash,
I
then
know
on
what
the
you're
front of
talking
the
about.
boat for all their electronics.
that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh. Pull up Ookla speed test. See, I don't think I've ever checked the, what do you call it? Speed. I wouldn't know how.
Yeah, you just search for internet speed test, and there'll be a wide variety available.
All right, guys. Sorry, I'm slacking, but the link.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, I have to invite. All right. I had to hit the invite button again. There we go. Links in chat.
Let's say, Mike.
WTF Mike, what's up, man?
What's up, Mike?
Papa said, Sharon, we had this weird pattern of the Pineapple Express atmospheric river mixed with a polar vortex. Today it took a break. It was sunny and 50 degrees. So did that produce a lot of snow for you, Papa?
What's the matter, Mother?
I'm just scrolling back for a minute. You still there, Jim?
Yeah, I'm here. I got a dusting of snow last night and early this morning. And south of me got 2 or 3 inches. And to the east, like Virginia Beach, they got 10. They got 10 inches of snow at Virginia Beach. Norfolk, all that area.
It's one sight I love seeing is snow on a beach. Because I've seen it at the Jersey Shore when I grew up there. So going to the ocean and building a snowman on the beach is bizarre.
Pop Craig says 8 inches there. Lots and lots of snow in the mountains.
Yeah, I've said it before. I like snow. I don't like cold weather.
Right.
Like I said, the link's in chat. So if anybody wants to click on, we still have about, what do we got?
40 minutes.
It got about 40 minutes, give or
40
take.
minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly.
I almost said 20 minutes, and I looked up. And I was like, no.
And while I was trying to get on, everybody was talking about this and that, and I'll go back to one of those subjects. One of the signs that I used to enjoy seeing hung over in the bathrooms was, "Our aim is to keep this place clean. Your aim will help."
Yeah.
Somebody said something close to that in chat, but
Somebody, who was it? A kid I grew up with, they had a pool in their backyard, and then they had the bathroom right in, just inside that everybody used. And there was a sign over the toilet or whatever. It says, "Welcome to our ool," EOOL, just OOL. You'll notice there is no P in it. Let's keep it that way. Papa says, "You're breaking up, Captain. Are we having difficulties with sound?" I mean, I hear you fine.
when you were offline, Stevie was sounding like she was breaking up a little bit, but everything sounds fine now.
It might. I don't know why.
It's probably because of
of
the
the mic.
laptop.
Well, using the microphone on the laptop.
That's what
it's built in.
That's what I was trying to say.
But it shouldn't have broken up. It's a brand new laptop. It should have a good mic.
Yeah, laptops generally don't.
Did you? How's that?
I
No, you
didn't.
didn't hook up the camera.
No. No, I just went with the laptop camera.
Papa says, "I had to drive around in 4-wheel drive in town lately. Nothing wrong with that."
At least he had 4-wheel drive to drive around with.
Exactly.
Right.
Everybody thought I was crazy for getting a 4-wheel drive truck. They said, "You don't get that much snow." I said, "Nope. But when it does snow, if I have to go somewhere, I'll be able to."
Yeah, I have a 4-wheel drive truck. I don't think I've ever put it in 4-wheel drive.
Michael Haywood said, "I saw one today. Due to the high price of ammo, there'll be no warning shots."
Yeah.
I think it was Chris Rock that used to make jokes about that. He in one of his comedy routines, he actually said, "If you want people to stop shooting each other, make ammunition so expensive that they'll think about it before they pull the trigger."
Right. Is this guy worth this bullet?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that would stop him.
Hey, Shell.
They'll just steal it. Snark and Sass, what's up? Anybody else?
Yeah, when you have a pickup truck, everybody's your friend on moving day.
Yeah. Oh, well.
When they're moving.
Yes, this is my truck, and yes, I will help you move. Yes, I have a trailer hitch, you know. Yeah, my first vehicle, I was an 85 Ford Ranger back in 85, brand new. And yeah, it's amazing how everybody becomes your friend when they have to move. Oh, you got a truck, don't you? Yeah. My mom needs something moved. And this was in high school. You know, my mom needs help, something, you know, yeah, okay.
My dad had a pickup truck, and I got shanghaied into helping people. Can you borrow your dad's truck?
Yeah. Karen says, my oldest just called and he got to see the resident orcas out on a show this afternoon. It's hard to catch them. It's so cool to see them in the wild like that. Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's like I went to California. Right back around 2010 or 2011. I went out to do some work at a friend's house, and his daughter came out to visit with her kids, and we took a break one day, and they were going to the beach, and I went with them, and I saw some whales. And we get back and tell him, he goes, "You son of a bitch." He goes, "I've been here all my life. I've never seen a fucking whale."
I've seen them down in San Francisco, down in the bay.
And he was an LA fireman,
Oh, they're awesome. It's awesome to see.
or a county fireman, LA County.
Figgy, that's funny. On the tombstone read, "I told you I was sick." I don't think I've come across that one before.
I've seen I think a picture of that one. That's funny.
Well, I hate to leave such good company, but I have to get up early in the morning.
Me too.
Oh, no worries. I'm frozen. Why am I frozen?
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
You just moved.
Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah, last time you froze and Stevie froze also.
I can't do anything.
When your computer did that thing.
It's weird that it's only on yours. And we share internet.
I can't do anything. It won't let me.
Well, maybe when I get gone, it'll free up some bandwidth for you, and that'll take care of it. You guys have a good night, and we'll catch everybody in chat next week, I hope.
Jim, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks again, Jim.
It's always good
Thank
talking
you.
to you.
Have a great
Thank you
night.
guys for letting me come up.
Sorry about the technicals.
WTF Mike says you're definitely not frozen.
Really?
That's what he just wrote.
Am I frozen over there?
Well, you're kind of
I'm glitchy.
glitchy. Yeah.
All right, because this is not letting me do anything. It won't let me. See, it just reset. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. I was looking.
Yeah,
at
the whole thing just reset.
So that means I've got to turn that back on.
Again, thanks, Jim.
No,
You just,
I was just checking to see if you had sound or not.
Mike says you're moving smooth as can be. Yeah, that was just it froze on my end. That was weird. I couldn't hit any buttons. I guess you guys saw it the way it was like this, but
You said
on my end it was frozen.
Yeah, you had said you had reset. I thought maybe it was doing what it did before. Maya,
Get your head out of there.
Maya,
Stop licking.
breathe.
No, I don't like that she's chewing herself. I've been giving her
Mm.
this medication for this. Today was like day 4, I think.
Any difference?
Mm, not by the sound of it.
No, I not right now. But my
Michael, I'm not getting out much and it's getting depressing. Is that due to weather or just oh, Judy says it's 14 degrees. That's depressing.
yes. Right now it's 49 here.
It's funny, I just grabbed that cup and it was cold, and I'm like, I don't know why I expected the coffee to be hot.
I
It
just
wasn't. There was
got
nothing
it.
left.
I got up and heated mine. Reheated.
Links in chat, guys. What are we at? 30 minutes left? Yeah.
My
Mike says fishing slowed down. He only got 30
Wow.
perch. I haven't caught shit lately. I mean, like in the past 2 days, 3 days.
was it yesterday?
Oh, the bass you got?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I ran it in the house. He was laying down. I'm like, cute.
Brings the bass into the house, into the bedroom.
Like you haven't done it
I've done
before.
it. Damn right I've done it.
A few
It's not
times.
a far walk. You
No.
know, it's 20 feet or 30 feet.
He was laying down. I popped on the light. I'm like, sorry.
I looked up. I said, right on. Sleep. Mike says it's minus 19 here, Judy. I'll trade you.
Biggie says, Judy, I'm 22.
Stay warm, guys. You know,
Indeed.
shit. I can't bitch about it. I can't. Knowing that the people are freezing their asses off, I can't bitch that it's
I know.
what is it, 49?
Oh, I'm not complaining. When it was in the upper 80s just a few days ago, I'm liking this. I can go with this for another couple weeks. I'm not ready for that heat. That brutal.
No, it did. It got to
13.
like 88 degrees one day, and I was out on a dock, and I was like sweating, and I wasn't doing anything. I'm
He
like,
comes
oh,
back with
no, I'm not ready for
with his
this.
tan in February.
Judy says, Figgy, I'm getting younger by the minute. Right on. Yes, that's what you need, Papa. That's what everybody needs. He says, I need to have a steelhead try to take my pole away from me. One thing I'd never done was steelhead fish. I always wanted to. A lot of people would go up to the Salmon River up in Pulaski, New York, right off, what is that, 81, I think, that goes all the way up New York State.
Yeah.
You stay on 81, it goes, I mean,
Right.
you can catch 81 down.
Virginia. I think.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
goes that far south. But that'll take you all the way to the Thousand Islands Bridge into Canada. But there's that up in Pulaski, New York. They have the Salmon River. Growing up, you know, everybody, it was like the guys that I knew that fished. Oh, we're taking a trip, going Salmon River. I'm like, I never got invited, but I
Mhm.
never like made that trip to go up there.
Yeah.
I passed it going to the Thousand Islands, but never steelhead fished. No rugs on these cold ass floors, though. Yeah, we don't have rugs on our floors. I pulled them all out.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me so much. The cold floor.
No, but it radiates.
I know.
Radiates. Yeah. Mike says I'm ready for boat fishing, but y'all can keep the heat. Once it takes off, it'll be Katie bar the door. I'm catching up. Hold on.
Me too.
Judy says this is the coldest it's been since the ice storm a few years back.
Hmm.
I thought you guys just went through a really bad cold spell recently. Before this. Hello? Did I leave somebody backstage?
Nobody's home.
I don't know who it's going to be.
WTF Mike says ice is well over 3 feet thick. Boating season might be about May. Started about May.
No worries, buddy. It's good. Three foot thick. Do you have to get like an extension for the auger? I mean, is that? I don't know what an average auger is.
Yeah, I don't know.
An auger they use is to cut a hole in the ice. You ice hole. But you guys, what do you do? Like 4 holes next to each other and just square it off?
He says, yeah, we actually use extension.
Okay. It's weird up there when ice comes off the rivers and shit. I saw that in Wisconsin. And you wait and you wait and you wait. I was like, I'm not going out there ice fishing. I was waiting. I had to wait for the ice to come off just to fish the river,
Right.
from the shoreline. I couldn't take the cold
Yeah.
because I didn't have, what was you needed out there to ice fish as far as a shelter and shit like that. And I didn't know anybody that ice fished.
Come here.
You're right, Maya. I want to know what she's allergic to. Michael says, never trust a man with more than one ice hole.
Come on, guy. Come here, babe.
Sorry. My dog's having a moment. Now that was you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog's, again, like I said earlier, she's been having skin issues. Damn. Wow. This is an ice hole. Matter of fact, there's 2 ice holes. Since I have 2 ice holes, Mike, no, who said that? Yeah, Michael. Don't trust me. But that's a picture of an ice hole. That's how deep it is. Huh. That's wild. Dang it, Michael, I got 4. Yeah, we used to just use the rod, the poles, pikes, whatever you want to call them, and chip out a hole. That was when I was young and stupid. Now I'm just stupid. All right, link is in chat. Now we're at, what is it? 20 minutes left.
20 minutes.
I'm wearing the glasses and I still can't fucking see.
You get the right ones on?
Yeah. Why are my phone? It's like
I hear
That's
it all the
fucked up.
time. All
my
the
work
time.
phone's going off. This is going off. I'm surprised this one didn't go off
It
since that one
did.
went
I'm
off.
pretty sure it did already. There goes my light. Jeez.
I didn't notice the difference.
I didn't either.
What's up, Richie? He says that's Expedition X. Tape from last night, Werewolves of France. Yeah, baby. Oh. I wonder if they howl with a French accent.
Gotta be wee.
That was funny. Mike found that amusing. How are we? Oh, too funny. I'll tell you what. We have been watching. We'll find something on Netflix or whatever.
A show to binge.
Yeah, just to check out. And you guys remember Teen Wolf back in the 80s with Michael J. Fox. Well, they made a series called Teen Wolf. Nothing like it.
It reminds me
Same
of-
characters as far as styles and what was his name?
Scott.
Scott. Same character names, but
It has the feel of the Supernatural show.
sort of, yeah.
Same kind of feel to the show.
But with teenagers and although they're heavy on it's one of those shows again that has to promote the gay and lesbian community. Nothing against it. I'm just saying I don't always want to see it in everything I fucking watch. I have no problem with the gay and lesbian community whatsoever. To each his own. But it's a good show. It's pretty. It can be gruesome. It's scary. It's funny, but if you haven't checked it out, check out Teen Wolf. It's just good to binge watch, or it's a good storyline. It's fun. Robert Dubin, what's up? Hey Jeff, how are you? What else did we watch?
We were watching
we-
the last episode of
Oh, Beast
Games.
Games. That's some ruthless shit. If you haven't checked out Beast Games, do so.
Mm.
So they just identified as werewolves. Yeah, but there's different levels. The alphas, the betas, apparently there's a true werewolf or something to that effect. But it's interesting. It's a good storyline. Have you watched Outlander, Stevie? We watched Outlander?
I did, but I lost. I don't think I've watched the last few seasons of it.
Oh, we were talking about the Beast Games too. Yeah. We're on like the final.
Well, as soon as this show ends,
It's over. Yeah.
we got to finish watching.
Oh yeah. When we're done here in 20 minutes, we'll be watching the end of this show.
We started off with 1,000 contestants.
Got it down to 10, and now they're at
The last
3.
two. No,
Oh, the guy took the million.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's the last two.
So there's two people vying for $10 million. Don't tell me who fucking won if anybody saw it.
Yeah. Don't spoil it.
And yeah, they're down to two, but it was cool because one guy took the chance of flipping a coin and he could eliminate himself if he lost, or he upped the whole end prize. It was 5 million. They doubled it with a coin toss. And then he bows out by taking the million, because we haven't even seen whose number was in the envelope yet.
No.
He figured he was going to be eliminated, so he took the million and bailed. So now there's two. So that's where we're at.
The final two out of 1,000. Now they have the chance to win $10 million. Was 5 million, but
Well, that situation gets kind of hairy. Might as well be a werewolf. Big boy Mogs.
Richie. What's up, Richie?
Must be lonely. See, tomorrow I'm getting a back rub. In the AM. So who jealous?
The wind just picked up.
Yeah. But you'll notice the neighbor's roof isn't rattling.
No, because it's the direction the wind's.
No,
Oh,
it's
did you
'cause
put
I
it back?
strapped it.
You put it back.
Ever since the hurricane, neighbor's roof got messed up. Somebody went up there and just was going to temporarily fix it. And they
They
only
kind
got,
of half-assed it.
they
to be
didn't, and
honest.
that got ripped off basically, but it didn't get totally ripped off. It's just banging.
It flaps. in
So
the
I
wind.
threw a strap around it. So we didn't hear it forever. And then today it fell off, or last night it fell off, the strap. It was there
Yesterday.
for probably since the hurricane, a
Yeah.
little after the hurricane. So I had to go and redo that. The neighbor doesn't even know it. Like,
No,
he
but
wasn't home to hear it banging all day in the wind.
without it being just latched down like that, it's metal on metal. Every breeze,
Yes.
it's horrible.
At first, when I heard it, it had the sound of something in the dryer. Like something was, like the dryer was spinning,
Slamming around.
and there was
the
something in
door.
there that maybe was metal, and it just had that rhythmic, because it would just fall down, catch the wind, fall down, catch the wind, fall down. It was just in that perfect
Yeah.
cycle. It was weird.
But it's loud and obnoxious.
WTF Mike says he checked out Nosferatu and it sucked. He said it was awful.
Or whatever. It was friggin' awful. I gotta say awesome.
I don't know. I heard some people say it was great, so I haven't seen it. Michael says I'm leaving some good jokes behind on this one. Have you ever wondered what it looks like when a vampire has to pee? Think about it.
Robert Denduven, how you doing? Catch the Wind sounds like a Bob Seger song.
Right? Wonder if there's a song out there named Catch the Wind.
I have to look it up. I'm sure somewhere.
So yeah. I think there was something else we wanted to watch. I don't remember. I get weird about what I watch, you know. For some reason, I don't like watching Bigfoot movies. Does that make sense?
No. I mean,
I think it's because
I
it's
get
always
it.
depicted in this bad light. Like, it's always the,
They're evil. They're
Yeah,
always evil.
and I just think that's not fair. Yeah, if I'm going to go in the woods, I don't know. I don't expect to see something like that. I mean, if I'm going to see one,
You want to go?
All right, you're gonna have to wait 10 minutes, baby. She's got to go out.
I'm not even gonna attempt.
No.
Nope.
Catch the Wind was Donovan in like
That's what I'm looking at.
2023.
2003. 2003.
Gary, what's up?
Glenn Campbell.
How you
Catch
feeling,
the
buddy?
Wind, 1967.
Oh, right on. 2003.
Yeah, Glenn Campbell wrote a song.
Wonder if it's a remake that somebody else did. Like, like somebody did the same, just
Right.
a remake of Glenn Campbell's version or song. Ask myself, Self, why did you leave your thermal socks in Kentucky?
Oh, jeez.
Moog, sore but still alive. Therapy is rough, no doubt, but it's worth it, dude.
Hey, how you doing? Well, I see how you're doing, but good to see you.
Just hang in there.
Right.
Time heals all wounds.
Don't overdo it. I know how stubborn you guys are.
Anybody heard Ringo Starr's country album? It was due out January 10th.
Look backstage, Mo.
Hey, Papa.
Hey.
Sorry about that. At this point in the game, 10 minutes left. I'm not looking backstage too much. I've lost faith.
I
Good to
couldn't
see you.
figure out how to talk to you. All I had to do is click on the other tab. What an idiot, huh?
Look how good he looks.
I know, right?
You look amazing. It's good to see you.
That big old beard.
Look how thin you are. That's so awesome.
Good for you, man.
That's so good to see.
Doing good. I don't know what
Looking
the
good.
heck's wrong. I thought I was a goner.
Nah,
I
you're
really
doing
did.
good. That's awesome.
Yeah, that heart was going to go down.
Yeah. Jay Fritz said, "Who is that skinny dude?"
I know. I'm actually skinny, like 175 pounds.
Holy shit.
Wow.
What did you start off at?
267. I looked at the charts. And it said you're officially obese.
Wow.
Wow. I knew it was a lot, but I didn't realize. Fucking A. That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
The other stuff is just unbelievable. My cardiologist, I got a new cardiologist. I had these vegan cardiologists. Oh, my God. They are so friggin' clueless about nutrition.
Right?
But anyway, yeah, I was going to die any minute and go to hell because I wouldn't take a half a ton of
Medication.
cholesterol. I'm going, yeah.
Sure.
I'm going like, no, I don't want no statins. This is how I get my energy now is through that cholesterol. That's why it's higher. I don't have blood glucose flowing around there like crazy. I have cholesterol, and that's what carries the triglycerides for the cells to burn.
And he didn't.
But-
So he didn't even. The new cardiologist. I mean, he could look at your charts and go, "Wow, you came this far and whatnot," but he doesn't. He didn't see the transformation. Yeah.
No, but she came in and she looked at all the chart, and saw all the numbers and everything change, and comes in and, wow, your blood pressure is amazing. I go, I don't take any meds either.
Awesome.
Don't need them anymore. And everything, everything's fantastic. How did your, because my heart used to like pump about less than half, right? And they need to be up there, at least 65% or more, and so now it's 73.
Wow, that's amazing.
Which is yeah, I looked that up on Google. I says, what does an ejection fraction of 73 mean? So your heart's working really good.
Well, Richie lost some weight. He said I started at 360. Now I'm at $2.99. Fantastic, Richie.
So
That
let me
is
ask you, what
awesome.
do you in your diet? What are you drinking? Water, coffee,
Just water.
I mean, just water. That's it. That's
Meat,
amazing.
salt.
It's it's too boring for her.
Yeah. No.
Well, this is life and death now. It's too
Oh,
boring
I
for
know. I
me.
get it. I get it. That's awesome.
It's way too boring for me. I want a damn cinnamon roll.
Aw.
Maybe a whole
Talk about
package of
cinnamon
them.
rolls for this whole journey of yours. I've heard about that one. You want a cinnamon roll?
Wait, didn't Mike make WTF? Mike made like a
Yeah.
cinnamon roll pork something or other. Didn't he do something?
Well, Mr. Lee had sent me a recipe for carnivore bread.
Oh, carnivore bread was Mr.
Yeah.
Lee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they used to, I've made all that stuff. When we first started out, Nana and I made all that stuff. But Nana has watched what happened to me, and she's doing this stupid carnivore thing now, too.
How's she doing?
She's
With it.
shrinking. She's
Yeah.
doing really good. I don't know. She cheats a heck of a lot, but she don't see that it's life and death for her. I think it's getting there. She worries me.
Well, hopefully it'll do for her what it's done for you, you know.
Yeah.
But it is a commitment, and it's hard. Some people, you know, it's hard to let go of, you know, tasty foods.
Right.
Like you know, this time around, I'm not losing like I did the last time, and I know it's because of little cheats here and there, and I got to get away from that. I can't. If I want to do it, I got to do it right.
Yeah, the little cheats, they mess with the bacteria, with the microbiome in your large intestine. They change it, and then it takes a while to get it changed back. And so if you cheat every few days or something like that,
It messes
you don't,
with it.
yeah, it messes it up. Yeah.
Hold on, Milkman, what's happening?
How's it going?
How you doing?
I'm just sitting here in Maryland, enjoying a cigar and old fashioned.
Right on. That sounds so, I don't know, country clubbish.
I'm just a broke dairy farmer from Maryland. You know, it's not. I got to do everything on my own here. I can't afford country clubs.
I was just kidding. The old fashioned kind of like pushed me over there.
I'm cheap, but I got sophisticated taste.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Good thing most of the recipes I get from the grocery stores. So.
Right on.
How you guys?
We're doing all right. Doing all right. Can't complain.
Now, Stevie, was it you that you lived in Baltimore at one point, didn't you?
My dad, Lithicum Heights. Yeah. I'm from Alexandria, born in DC, raised on the Virginia side, but we had a house in College Park at one point, so kind of
Yeah,
a metro area.
My dad was an alumni of College Park, and so
Okay. Yeah, I went to elementary school.
Where's Mr. Lee? I hear that alarm, Papa. That means it's medication time.
Papa Craig's
Yep.
on. Yep.
Time to take
Medication
my
time?
pill.
There's one pill. Which
Mom,
is awesome.
Hill. That's it. Because it used to be.
Harford County, and Dad's from Cecil,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
we're right on the PA border.
I was born in DC. I think first toddler days we were in Oxon Hill, but then they bought a house in College Park. Then moved over to Alexandria, Virginia when I was like in the third grade, somewhere around there. So DC
Now, Mom,
girl.
Where are you at, Mog? So you're in what part of Florida are you in?
We're in
Eustace, yeah. Here. We're sitting next to each other. That's my hand on her shoulder.
I always get confused because I can never tell where she's at. Is she
Well, it's the way we set it up. So
it's our backgrounds.
I thought it was, but I don't tune in enough to
No,
know,
I
No,
get
it's
that.
all good.
Check it out. So if I turn my laptop a little bit, there's his.
Yeah, this is my.
That's his.
So where in Florida are you guys?
We're in Central Florida,
Okay.
Lake County.
Yeah, my grandparents had a place for years in Crystal River.
Okay. Richie Evans in chat.
Richie, yeah, he's in
he's
Crystal River.
It's about an hour and a half from us.
It's exactly
Yeah.
an hour from us.
I tell you, that is one beautiful place. I love Crystal River.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Now's a good time to go down there because the manatees have moved in. You know,
Oh,
they're spring.
This is the time of year we would go down to swim with them.
Right.
Huh.
This is the time of year that all the tourists, all the snowbirds.
You know, it's funny. It's all the everybody looks at me because I was always like the legendary redneck of the county, and I loved swimming with manatees. And they're like looking at me like, "You go swim with manatees?" Yeah.
I've lived here for 25 years. I haven't swam with them yet. Not at all. I'm like on the East Coast here. They have Blue Springs State Park.
Yeah.
They don't allow swimming with them there. It's all natural habitat. They come in when the water temperatures get cold. They pack in to this 1 mile stretch of a spring, wall to wall. I mean, wall to wall, hundreds of them.
That one particular section where we've gone, they're always in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few different springs in Crystal River. Three Sisters.
Yeah.
Is LIB, Long Island Bigfoot in chat. I took him there. But I haven't checked out any of the others. Like I work for a boat company, a boat club, I should say, and we have a location in Crystal River. That was where I originally started. So I can go down anytime and grab a boat and go hit those springs.
Well, sometimes you wouldn't even have to do that. You can stand there at the marina and they'll come swimming up. You can always tell when they're coming up.
When you're in the right spot.
Yeah.
I've had one come in my backyard, and I'm on a lake.
They come up through the locks, up the river, and
they came all the way from the Atlantic through the St. John, through the Ocklawaha, a couple lakes, and then they were in my backyard.
Now you're north of Crystal River, or you saying?
I am directly east.
Yes.
Okay.
Dead center of the state.
Yeah. I don't think they've ever had them in the canal, but my grandparents had a place there for years, and they sold it a couple years ago. My grandfather, who was the one that he's the reason I pretty much got into the Bigfoot stuff, which is why I'm podcasting now with Old Line Cryptid, my buddy Jerry, that he's only 5 miles away, and I didn't even know him until last year.
Oh wow.
And your neighbor.
That's Spencer Jameson's fault. We can blame for that.
Blame everything on Spencer.
But we'll blame the possum for everything.
Right.
Now,
I saw him pop on the other day. I think he was a little drunk.
Outage.
I think he was a little drunk.
Yeah, well, you never know with him. And I'm on my third old fashioned, so we could probably say
no, but you can tell. I mean, I'm a former drinker and grew up with drinkers, but I was just like, no shit, he's drunk. It took him
it's funny you say that, Boggs, because I kind of consider myself reformed now from what I used to be. Now, this is going to sound crazy. I'm saying this, and I'm about to turn 36 in July. But I could party harder in the last couple of years, but now I'm kind of in that, what I recall the semi-retired phase.
Yeah, I wish I had retired at 36.
Well,
as far as drinking.
I can't, I don't have the urge to go out, but I'd rather, have a couple drinks at the house now. And, you know, people don't understand that, but you know, I just can't stand being around idiots anymore. And it's just,
No, I get that. And I'm not, condemning the guy,
no.
shoot,
I know.
do what you want, but it was just amusing. I'm like, it took him forever to say goodbye. Like he couldn't do it. I had to say goodbye first. I was like, I got to go.
I do now. I do the Irish goodbye.
Hey, Jeff Chadson chat. He says, "Oh no, who let Jeffrey on?"
What's up, Jack?
Blackie's in there. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I retired at 20 until 30.
I'm
Wanted to do something.
Let me put it this way. I retired in my late 20s until my ex-wife. And then the last 4 to 5 years were a bit of an adventure.
Robert Dunduman says just no naked zipline stories, Jeff.
Now, Mogs, you haven't been tuned into the Old Line Cryptids lately. That was a story that I brought up on the last Woodwalkers at night. The zip line. The infamous zip line story.
Do I dare ask?
I was naked on a zip line.
Can't get that out of my head now. A vision.
It was funny because if you go back and check the Woodwalkers post a couple days after, like the next day, Spencer had a picture of a naked guy on a zip line with a Bigfoot staring at it, with a Jeep sitting on the shore because that's what we used to help pull the zip line tight. He forgot to add the extra Ford F-250 that we had to use behind it because it wasn't enough.
Wait, you guys like put a zip line between two trucks?
No, we took my friends over here in Whiteford, which is like right on the border of southern Pennsylvania. Like we're Maryland, like where I am is like right up against PA, like the bottom of PA, and my friends have a quarry there.
Okay.
So they decided they were going to put up a zip line, and this was back around like 2010 somewhere, I think, maybe 2012. Anyway, they put this zip line up going across an old slate quarry. There's a lot of those in that area, and they put this whole thing together. And then there's like, well, we need a volunteer to ride it, and it was March, probably.
So was this like a whole night beer moment?
And then they're like, you won't ride it naked. I'm the last person you ever want to make a bet with.
Oh, I was going to say, did money?
There.
Where are we getting it?
Where'd that come from?
That might be me. Yep.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't
Oh, I
know
guess
how
it was. Yeah.
I don't know how the mute came off. I don't know if you had it on. Anyways, it was me. Sorry about that.
Last time it was me.
That was all me this time. I think
Yeah.
maybe I heard it when I came back on.
He didn't think I'd do it, so I climbed up in there, and they had fashioned a set of handlebars with a roller, and I just rolled across that car butt naked.
I just. I can't.
I had to drop
You know,
into
there's a video out there somewhere.
I had to drop into the water too, Boggs. It was the worst part of it.
Oh, jeez.
How fast were you going?
I don't know. We didn't have a speedometer on the damn
Well,
thing.
I mean, you were moving along. You weren't just like,
I don't know, probably 15, 20 miles an hour coming out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's moving. Big old piece of meat hanging off a wire going out.
We,
Yeah, right.
well, as Greg House refers to it, bacon in the wind.
Robert's apologizing for getting this subject going. Even Beauty said, "Oh my."
Yeah, that was Greg House calls it bacon in the wind. That was when we did it. When we were talking about that night on the show.
That's too funny. Michael Haywood says, never straddle the zip line. He said, or zip. Then you can sing behind it.
Pyro said fast enough to get wind chafed.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, it was cold out. Okay.
Didn't they invent those things in between boats? Probably not. Probably rivers.
Well, they've used them between boats.
Oh yeah.
This one was used on a slate quarry in Delta, Pennsylvania.
Ingenuity. I've never done a zip line. I've seen 100 of them, but I've never stopped and did one. They had one in I don't know if it was in Cottonwood or Camp Verde. They had a zip line, but it was right next to an animal park. So like I think they even had it set up where like I don't know if you go over the tigers or around, near them or some shit like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
right next
fall
to this
back
animal
here.
park.
Don't fall off of it.
No, you don't know.
Right.
Pyros is hanging under a girl's huffy bicycle.
It kind of reminds me of what was it last week when the was it Orange County, California, when the sheriff's department was hovering over the guy that was paddle boarding and said, "We just wanted to let you know that you're swimming in the middle of 15 great whites."
Oh, jeez.
Could you imagine?
Well, I can because I got the I had the great opportunity to go up in the Goodyear blimp, the actual Goodyear blimp. We were off the coast down here near Fort Lauderdale. And I remember with my girls, I have 4 daughters, they were young. We were going to take them to the beach after, and up over the water, they're allowed to drop down to 500 feet. So we weren't that high. I'm looking out the window and I see a family, swimming all in a group. Just maybe 100 yards from them were huge black-tip sharks in a big bunch. My girls saw that and we couldn't get them in the water that day. I mean, they were so close, but yet the family had no clue that those sharks were that close nearby. I said, yeah. I don't think I wanted to get in the water that day.
From the Goodyear blimp.
Saw that from the Goodyear blimp. Yeah.
Most people that don't know anything about animals, I don't care if it's, aquatic, land animals, whatever. If you don't pay attention, you can end up in a shitty situation in a bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've spent so much time in the water, in the ocean when I was a kid. I know there were sharks in the water.
Like, we have sharks here, but I grew up on the river and I could tell you pretty much everything that was in there. And
well, it's like watching tourists come here and jump in the lakes and I watched tourists jump in the lake right here when we first moved into this place. We're right on the lake. We have gators in our backyard, basically. I mean, there's a wall, but they're in the water. People are over across maybe 100 yards over at the park, and I watched a Swedish family jump into the water, and I'm like, no, guys, don't. It's like watching.
What's in the water, they don't.
Yes, it just amazes me, but.
Well, that's like all the years I spent in Florida with my grandparents, just being there, during the winter months. And when my ex-wife, when we got married, our honeymoon was in Disney. And when we stayed at Port Orleans, and I already knew everything about gators, and you know, we'd swam with the manatees prior to that. We're in Port Orleans Riverside, and I'm standing over by the little like cane pole fishing area they got, and we're watching the traffic. You know how they take the riverboats and stuff in and out of there. And I've spent enough time, you know, researching gators and stuff, and you know, watching swamp people. I'm watching this bubble trail coming up the bayou, and she's looking at me going, "Is that what I think it is?" Yeah, it is. And that was, it wasn't a tiny bubble trail. If you're catching my drift,
Okay.
that was a big gator.
Pyros, you leaving, Papa?
Yeah, I gotta go. Time's up.
So
Great to see you.
so good to see you.
Good to see
Don't
you.
be a stranger.
We'll talk to you soon, all right?
I'll be stranger, but I'll be here.
Well, you know,
It's up to you. We're all a little stranger.
right?
All right, Papa, you take care, man.
Give Nana a hug for me,
Alright.
please.
Good night, bud.
Bye.
Yeah, people, they need to be careful
Who?
People in general.
Oh, yeah.
Get in the water.
with anything like that, because you end up in a bad situation pretty quick. You're not paying attention, especially with a gator.
Pyro says I waded out across several sandbars chasing something after mullet one time. Finally saw it was hammerheads.
Nope.
Oh God. We got plenty of those out in Ocean City. I've fishing out there. I've ran into them a couple times.
You can see them out there past the grill. There's an inlet you can fish off of the docks.
They
and
catch them like when I was down in
they're out there in the evening.
Cape Coral. They had them down there, the hammerheads. Or there's a
I think they hang out there and steal people's bait.
they call it a shovel head or something. It's
They
not as
do.
wide.
I tell you, the times we've been to Ocean City, if people knew what was in there on the inlet, they wouldn't even swim near that campsite.
Right.
Ignorance is bliss.
It is.
You ain't kidding. You should. I tell you, I'm sure Stevie's been down to Ocean City before.
Yeah.
You've seen the level of stupidity at that place.
Yeah, I was a part of it there for a little while, I'm sure.
Contributed to the stupidity.
Yes, absolutely.
But I'm 35, so I'm in that younger generation.
Oh yeah, it was worse. My generation, we just didn't give a fuck. You know, you get in the water, you don't think
My
about anything
generation
around.
still doesn't give a fuck.
You know?
I was born in '89, so technically I'm like the elder millennial. So
I'm like the younger X or what
Yeah.
are we?
we're
Z? I don't know what fucking.
we're like that. We're like on that plane where we're millennial, but we still got the common sense. So it's kind of not to say we didn't do stupid shit, but
Yeah, but common sense isn't as common anymore.
now, what was the old saying? If it was, you wouldn't get excited when you saw somebody with it.
Right.
Sharon Guy, good
And
night.
I mean, ain't that
Thank
the
you.
truth? Though it's sad that you recognize somebody that has common sense and courtesy and morals, and
Yeah.
it stands out. And it's bizarre.
Well, and where I graduated from high school, we still are referred to as like the last of the greats, because after that, that's when everyone became retarded. You know?
That one is woke. Anyway. Well, listen, Jeff, we are gonna get out of here. It's been
Yeah.
Almost an hour
Hey,
and a half.
you guys been on for
2.5 hours.
What's
yeah.
that?
You've been on for 2.5 hours almost.
Yeah. I got my alarm goes off at 4:30.
Yeah, I'm kind of I float depending on which day I have to milk in the AM shift, so and that's not tomorrow, fortunately.
All right.
It was this morning, but you guys ever interested in coming on Old Line Cryptids, just let me know.
Right on. Yeah, I'd like to stop by.
Come hang out.
We had Flat Rock on last week.
Yeah, I saw the show.
Yeah, we were in chat.
Kenny was funny because he was promoting us at the same time. He was on your show, but we covered the time slot. And Kenny's there promoting our show.
I love Flat Rock.
I love that guy.
And we did like a 3-hour show. I fell asleep. It was plenty of entertainment, you know.
We've been to his house, to his property.
Yeah.
Last year we were out there.
And just sitting in his living room with him and his brother and hearing these stories is just
Yeah.
Well,
amazing.
to have him sit there and tell us, and then his brother comes in and just picks up right where where he's leaving off, but just to see the emotion behind everything that they've experienced, it's incredible.
Kenny's been here.
Yeah. I told him
He's been here like
here
in
to the
the house.
Florida.
He's been here to our house.
He's not that far from you guys, is he?
What's
Yeah.
that?
He's not that far from Florida. He's like right there on the line, isn't he?
Yeah, but still,
What,
like,
about 2-3 hours from
Yeah.
from the border.
From the border.
Yeah, from the border.
Yeah.
North of the border.
Yeah, I told him when I go to Alabama, it's going to take me. I can't really go any more than a week at a time. I got to go to him. I got to go see Greg. And
At the man cave.
Right?
yeah, I can go to the man cave. I got to go over and see Mark Green. And I got to attempt. Greg said if we have time, he's going to take me to Kumbo's. So
Right on.
It's gonna be a busy week.
Yeah.
I'm going to see Jesus. So, I got to.
That's a lot of running around in Alabama.
That is.
It's crazy. Alabama is insane. I've talked to so many people from that state. When it comes to this, it's nuts.
I used to have a roommate. I was in Tennessee, and I had a roommate. He was from Dothan, Alabama, Lower Alabama. And then we spent some time there. I like Alabama.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's a beautiful state. I mean, you look at Alabama, and it's got everything.
Northern Alabama's got a lot of water.
Last time we were up there, I caught a nice sized bass.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
No. Half fishing rod will travel.
Right?
Oh yeah. I've got a rifle that'll travel too to where I gotta go.
Yeah, I don't hunt anymore. I used to bow hunt a lot and bird hunt. But
Yeah,
I gave it up.
bird hunt. I wish I had more places to bird hunt, but like where we are, upland game's not really what it used to be. And
Sure. Good night, Ben.
where I go big game hunting, sometimes I get the small game license for grouse or whatever, but we used to waterfowl hunt, but they've changed things so much around here that we used to hunt geese, and it's not like it used to be. So
No, it's a lot of things have changed.
but I am gonna do a elk hunt in Colorado in a couple of years. So
Oh, right on.
black panther.
I've gone with my dad years ago. on elk hunts. I didn't hunt. I kind of just drove him around,
Yeah.
spot to spot, and but yeah, that's cool though. When you're out in the woods and you hear a bugle of an elk, that's friggin' wild.
Elk's awesome. I got a friend that archery hunts them a good bit, and he absolutely loves it. I'm still new into the whole elk hunting thing, so I'm going to try a black powder because that's like one of the easiest tags you can get for.
Oh, right on.
You know, I mean, you can get an archery tag, but I'd rather have an option for black powder,
Sure.
and it's during the rut, so you know, better
They're
off.
all, they're all stupid.
Yeah, they're all stupid.
Well, they're all just looking to get laid, so they're out, you know.
Pretty much. As long as a cow doesn't lead it away from me, I'll be fine.
Right? That's why
But
you gotta learn how to use that elk call.
As long as I don't have a booger, hollering at me while we're trying to shoot the damn thing.
Right.
There's that.
With my luck, who the hell knows? That's usually when stuff happens to me while I'm on hunting trips. So
Oh, really?
yeah. Whether I'm at home or somewhere else, it never happens when I'm bear hunting. So I don't know.
We'll have to pick this up at another time though. I want to hear more about it.
Yeah, we'll have to have you guys on one night.
Yeah, we'll come over and hang out.
Hang out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gotta figure that out though. We're on at the same time.
Yeah, I was going to say the show's running at the same time.
When
We might have
Jared
to simulcast.
video.
Nah, we can figure that out. We can simulcast or something.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
That would be cool.
Now, do you guys do interviews at all, or is it you just kind of?
We have, I think.
Yeah, people want to come on, and that's why I started this and put the link in chat. I've been doing this for almost 5 years, dude.
Yeah,
It's the same thing is I wanted to hear other people's
enough
stories.
to check out, so I don't really know. That's the
What's
thing.
that?
We only really got into this in the last year and a half. So
Okay.
Yeah, but that's why I put the link in chat, because I wanted to hear everybody else's stories. Like, it was, why are you guys here? Why do I see you in all these different chat rooms? So I was like, fuck it, let me start, because I was in the chat rooms for a couple of years before I started my show.
We've been around for quite a while, going back to Carrie Arnold and Bigfoot Odyssey, and we were part of the 168, that whole documentary thing, and
Mhm.
I think everybody's heard our stories.
Yeah.
Well, see,
a lot.
before we go, but what happened with me was I've always been into it since I was a kid, but in the last, my main encounter was 07 when I really figured out what it was. And ever since then, I've in and out been watching stuff, but it wasn't until the last couple years when I was on the fritz with my divorce that I really started listening in again to stuff. And that was how I found Woodwalkers in the last 2 years. And one night I finally, I got a hold of Spencer and reached out to him. And ever since last January, that was when it all got started. And that was when I met Jerry and started the podcast.
Well, that's cool.
It's a great community.
Oh, absolutely.
It has its moments, but there's so many good people in this community.
It is. And there's a lot of a-holes, and
Sure, people get that wherever you go.
Yeah, we've experienced a bit of that. I think everybody has throughout the course of this journey of ours and YouTube. It's out there, unfortunately, but for the most part, great people, family. I mean, it becomes family quick.
It does. And that's what, that's what's happened here. I've met so many great people.
Who knew, right? Who
I-
knew?
them all back now, and it's insane. I just can't say any more good about them. I mean, we've really we're doing something.
I think it's awesome when you get to meet face to face after, knowing people
For years.
for years and finally get to meet them and give them a hug. And, it's a family for sure.
Well, it's funny because Jerry, we didn't even know each other until last year, and he grew up within 5 miles of me. I mean, I'm 35, he's 57, and I grew up with a bunch of his cousins.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
They all worked here on my family's farm and the farm that we bought next door. They all worked for both of them.
Wow.
And his wife still she sings for there's a nursing home next door, and on her off days from the hospital, she sings for the elderly.
Oh, right on.
And literally the nursing home is within like 200 yards of my barn, and I'm like, he'll like do a Bigfoot whoop or whatever when he walks outside if I'm out here having lunch or whatever, and I'll holler back at him.
Well, yeah, man, we'll definitely make plans. Somehow we'll figure out how to get on your show, and but we are gonna, like I said, she's got to get up early. We're gonna end this.
I gotta get my kid up for the bus and whatever, but I'll probably prowl around a little bit. I've slept better this week, so I might be night owling tonight. So
Right on.
it is. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody else that
Appreciate you hanging out.
Absolutely.
Come back. We'll swap some more stories for sure.
I'm sure there's plenty of them.
Right.
You
All
guys
right.
have a good night.
What's that?
You guys have a good night.
You too. Thank
too.
you.
Thanks.
That was cool.
That was very cool.
I want to thank everybody, Jeff, everybody that came and hung out, Jim.
Jim,
Um,
Paulie,
yeah, it was good to see Paulie.
and Papa Craig. So good to see you. If you're still
You're
listening,
looking good, Papa, by the
give
way.
Nana a
I know
hug
you're not
from you.
listening, but
He
you look
might
good,
be.
man.
He might.
Jay was like, wow.
I know.
Well, Jay met him in
Yeah.
Arizona. We saw, when the
I,
extra poundage he was carrying.
I hugged him when he would say he was at his worst. He looks amazing. I'm so thrilled to see him doing so well. Paulie too.
Harold's going to be on tomorrow night, I guess, with Old Bear. Old Bear, then Bigfoot. Gonna hang out with Ralph.
Oh, cool.
Right on.
Very cool.
So yeah, guys, again, thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. If we missed anybody in chat tonight, I apologize. It's always good to see you guys. Hit that like button if you enjoyed tonight's show.
Y'all
Share it out.
have a good weekend and be safe.
Leave comments.
Stay warm.
Absolutely. Stay warm. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. We love you. Peace and God bless.